Okay, so update my car battery, the one that failed. So remember I was saying it hasn't actually failed completely. All I know, like after like 2 days, if you want to start the vehicle, if I don't start it for like 2 3 days, it will just do wow then peaks. So let's assume the fuel didn't come up on time, then it will not start. Or if I start the car, like it happened to me when I put it on my 505. Um, I don't know, something happened. It has is it injection or ignition issue? Uh, the car stalled, went off. I tried cranking the engine like 2 3 times. I think it was like on the fourth time, boom, it just stopped cranking. You know, so that kind of thing. So I bought it. I was like, instead of replacing it, let me try see whether it will work. Maybe because for some reasons he has undercharged and the vehicle is not charging it properly. So I gave it to the battery charger. He said I should come, that he will check the acid, and if bad, he will drain it, put another one, then charge it. I called him later in the day. He said, oh, he has done that. He has drained the acid, according to him, and he's put it on charge. That I should hold on till tomorrow, the next day. The next day I called, he said, oh, in fact, I should leave it that he wants to still charge that battery more. He hasn't responded the way he wanted. That I should give him another 3 4 days. I was like, wow, why would he get to that point? Fine. It's not like it's the only battery I have. Now, almost 6 7 days apart. Today is 31st December. This thing happened before 24th. I think it was on 23rd or so that I bought this, but I can't forget to check the first video I did. Now we are 31st. I was like, okay, fine. Where is my battery? Oh, I called. He said the battery is actually dead. There's no power. I should come and take it. It didn't work. Okay, fine. Let me come and take the battery. But I was surprised. Come on, at least it was starting vehicle. But fine. Let me take the battery so that when I want to buy another one, I can use it to trade in. Wait for me to call me, bought something that is not my battery. I was like, oh, okay, this battery is there. I said, no, this is not my battery. I mean, you guys can watch that video. You see my even I wrote a name on it and also the brand. He bought, I don't know which brand of battery was that. I was like, no, this is not my battery. He was like, oh, this is the only battery he has left, 75 amp battery left. I said, so it means all this while my battery has been good. Maybe you gave it to somebody else the next day. And now thought all this while you are saying my battery, I need to see charge it. It wasn't my battery all those while. So my battery was actually good. And who knows, since that last week you gave it to somebody else. You didn't mark my battery, even though I did my own marking. You just gave it to somebody else thinking it's... Now he said he wants to start calling all the people, if he still have their number, all the people that he gave my battery to see if any of them is the one having the battery. I was like, what kind of nonsense is this? This one, I mean, it really pissed me off right now, because I know the battery is not dead completely, but I wanted to give it an attempt. And for the look of things, there was nothing wrong with it. Now it's a situation where eventually I'll lose the battery. Because if he doesn't know the person he get the battery, maybe he's not mixing up. He can't. Even as I was if he was not suggesting, hey, maybe I can give you another battery at least if you just to be starting your car, you take that one. I said, what kind of? I want my battery. Even if he doesn't want, fine, just give it to me. Even if it's dead, I want my battery. That's one of these. Anyway, so it's one of the things about giving battery charge and stuff. I used to drive 504, although during that time, that's the kind of way we drive cars. There are no all this when you use a battery. But then people I was giving, I mean, they know this is your battery, this is your battery. If they are not sure, they will mark it. I have my own marking, so it's not like if I come, I won't be able to identify mine. I know mine, But now it's a mess. Well, I'm not saying I'm giving up, but for the look of things, you say, ah, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Eventually, you just keep coming from one story to another. So my point is, if eventually, because from the look of things, that's how it's going to turn out. It's just, I'm looking at probability now. It means that battery was not actually dead, because what he's going to do now is probably give me another dead battery. That probably, in that case, I'm at the loss. This kind of person, of course, what will you do? Tell him, you call police for him or what? Oh, he must give you battery, give you battery. If you go to a police, oh, it's okay, you bought a used battery, so he has to give you another used battery. And he'll give you a dead one, basically. The one probably that can crack an engine. And you spend money at police station. At the end of the day, now look at your option. Probably all the money you spend, the stress, all those things, you'd have used it to even buy another battery. So for the look at this, and I see where this is going now. You eventually end up giving me another weak battery that mine is much better, because if mine was not good, whoever you get the battery to would have complained that, oh, this battery is dead or it's not working well. What happened? Or let me resell the battery. You know, that sort of thing. Meaning that the person didn't compare. Me, my battery is okay since last week, because for the look of things, he said that's the battery he kept as mine since that last week, that day I bought it to him. So he took it in, maybe hours later, another person came, he gave the person my battery. He didn't know. And he now kept saying since the 24th. Let's assume I gave him the battery. I think it was on 23rd. Just go to that video, you see the day I did the video on that battery. That was the day I gave him the battery, or probably the next day. So since then, you know, the person has been using it. If it was weak, he would have, complained that, hey, didn't charge the battery well or something. So as it is now, I will advise anybody, because one thing I know about battery is your vehicle may not always be charging the battery well, even though it might be charging 14 amps, 15 amps, 14 volts, everything. But what I gathered, every 12 months, 24 months, you're supposed to take your battery to a car charger to recharge it. Even though it's cranking, they need to also recharge it again, unless you have that what's it called, that charger, the battery charger at home. Then you charge it yourself, different from your vehicle. You have to remove from your vehicle. So as it is now, you could buy a new battery. After 1 year, you give it to them to charge, and you start hearing this kind of story. Like I said, I know everybody said, no, you must produce my battery. I know the advice now will be, insist he gives you another battery. They will never agree. It can't be new battery. That's the thing. It cannot be new battery, so it's going to be used. Giving you a used battery is most likely will be maybe the one another person bought has forgotten. Maybe it's dead. He's like, no point. So basically a lot. Unless maybe, I don't know, something happens eventually, he was able to find whoever that will be honest to him. Because if the person is enjoying the battery now, and the person is not an honest person, if he call the person on phone and say, I beg, that battery I gave you, is it yours? It seems it's other. The person will claim, no, it's my own battery. What will he do? You don't know the person's house. Can you go there and grab it? So unfortunately, that's an unfortunate situation. I just wanted to share to you guys so I know how it eventually turned out. But the takeaway here, as sad as the situation is my battery was actually okay. So it's a risk you have to be willing to take. So if your battery becomes weak, you have to risk taking it to charge, just like I did. Changing the acid, just like he claimed he changed the acid. But as it is now, I don't even know if it was mine that he changed the acid. It could be somebody. So it could be that one he's showing me that is my own battery that I changed acid, but my own probably worked very well. That's an unfortunate thing. Maybe all he needed was just to charge the battery with the battery charger, the electricity, and it will come back to life. Unfortunately, yeah, it has entered the story. Okay, so I'm going to end it now, and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and watch out for more videos. All right.